All right, the Swedish Denzel Washington is finally back. Hello,
Hey,
Sadibou. How are you?
amazing. Thank you. Thank you for having me. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Thanks for asking. How are things in Las Vegas right now?
Man, I cannot complain. Living the dream.
Oh, of course, of course. I mean,
Where-
you are you are living in one of the most beautiful cities on earth. You are ready for the 2023 PFL season.
Yes.
And of course, your bank account, I guess, is pretty full after last year's amazing victory in the finals, right?
Thank you so much. I have no complaints on none of those things.
Oh, that's fair enough. I'm glad to hear that. In
Yeah.
general, how are you? How are things going in preparation for your upcoming fight on April 14th?
Thank you for asking. To be honest, it's been very good. I came back to Las Vegas. I was on vacation for almost 2 months after the championship. I went to Sweden, Senegal, Vietnam, and Bali before coming back to Vegas. So my body, it took a couple of weeks for my body to to like get ready and like being used to having someone throwing you around and stuff like that. So first couple of weeks was pretty hard, but I allowed myself to like increase the everything, the intensity, the volume, everything slowly but surely. And right now, I feel amazing.
I'm glad to hear that. The last time I heard from you, it was after the finals. You told me that you would like to visit your relatives in Senegal.
Yeah.
How was that journey to Senegal?
Wow. It was amazing. Like they were so proud of me over there in Senegal and in Sweden. So the reception that I got was so amazing. It was hard for me to understand how people could be so happy for me, and for me, like they see me as one of their own, being here in America or out in the world with the Senegalese flag, and uh, just trying to make the like people know about Senegal, and like so they were very proud. So I'm very, very happy with that.
I'm glad to hear that again. Did you bring your belt with you on that trip?
I did. I did.
Oh,
The belt, the belt was busy. The belt was very busy.
I'm so glad to hear that. Again, you deserve it. You deserve all the recognition in the world. And of
Thank
course,
you.
after last year's performance, what's the fondest memory of last year? Is it winning the belt? Is it something else? Sorry.
That's a good question. Like, to be honest, I'm gonna give you an answer. It's gonna be a little bit boring, maybe, but
Oh,
the
please.
process, the process of the grind, like going through 4 different camps, cutting weight 4 times. I'm a big guy, cutting weight 4 times, getting my hand raised 4 times, finally getting over the hump because I've been doing 3 seasons in PFL previously, right? Not reaching my goal, reaching the belt, reaching the championship. Like, so it was just the feeling of everything coming together and feeling like, oh, I have what it takes. Like that feeling was, I believe, the best of last season.
You're one of the PFL originals. You are
Yeah,
with the company since 2018.
yeah.
How would you describe the evolution of the regular season? You are also one of the guys who took part in the one night tournament, right?
Yes, yes, yes. Correct. Like I'm so happy to be part of PFL because the first time I heard about PFL, I was like, huh? They're gonna pay this much? They're gonna like it sounds too good to be true. But they've been having that mentality from day one. They are very ambitious and they are not unapologetic. So they always go for the biggest free agents. They always trying to improve, get better roster, get better, like, and I love that. So being a part of that and seeing like people actually leaving big organizations like UFC, not only because they get rid of, like, but because UFC trying to get rid of them, because they choose not to sign with the UFC to sign with PFL. Like, it just tells you like, oh, amazing. It's not only good for PFL, but I believe it's good for the sport that you have multiple organizations on the highest level. And I believe like all of that is just better for us fighters.
Speaking of free agents, Jarrah Al-Silawi, your upcoming opponent,
Yeah.
he was, you know, a pretty big name. He was in Brave Combat Federation ahead of signing with PFL, and he's quite an interesting fighter. You are, of course, you are already pretty known to the PFL audiences, but I would like
Yeah.
to hear what do you think about your upcoming opponent?
First and foremost, like, he's a very nice guy. Like, we've met during the last season, and very nice guy, very respectful, and he's one of those guys that he wants to do his talking in the cage, which I respect. Stylistically, I believe that he's very technical and he's very good, and he can do everything, right? Uh, Regarding the matchup with me, I believe that uh, on paper, it's a very good matchup for me because he mostly likes to fight on the feet, which I do as well. And I'm a little bit taller. I believe I'm a little bit faster and more creative. So I believe it's gonna be uh, a big opportunity for me to showcase my striking.
I'm pretty sure it will be quite an interesting fight as far as striking goes, considering your fighting style and his fighting style. You went back to the United States to train in preparation for this fight. You also spent last year in the United States. How long have you been training in Las Vegas?
So I moved here January 2022,
Oh.
but I was here during 2021. I was here for 6 weeks during the summer before I fought Kunchenko in my second fight for that season. So I've done, I believe, what, 5 training camps here in Las Vegas, and all of them have been victorious.
Oh, of course. It brings you luck for the fights, right? To train in Las Vegas.
Maybe luck, but what I know for sure is hard work, a lot of hard work.
Oh, yeah, as the saying goes, sorry, I was
I
not
understand. No,
implying.
no, no. I understand what you mean. I understand what you mean.
Speaking of victories, you're right on a four-bout winning streak.
Yeah.
How is it for you, you know, to enjoy this wonderful moment for as far as the results go?
I love it. It's been hard for me coming from kickboxing and Muay Thai, where I knew what I needed to do when I stepped in the ring to be able to win. I became multiple world champion there, and I went in, and like, so losing for me was not part of like what I did. So for me to find the right, like, to find the ways in MMA, it took a little bit longer than I wanted to because of various reasons. So now when I'm finally have the I believe the right team around me, the right training, the right environment, the right mindset, everything, I love it, and I believe this is where I'm gonna be, and I believe that we still haven't seen the best of me.
Now that you mentioned your striking background, how do you feel about wrestling and grappling right now?
Striking is always gonna be my first love when it comes to martial arts, but I enjoy it. I really enjoy both wrestling and grappling, and I'm embraced it a lot, and that's also why I made a move here. And for me, I wanna be able to be a well-rounded fighter. I'm not looking at myself seeing a striker that doesn't get taken down. I'm looking at myself as an MMA fighter now. So with that being said, I'm working hard on everything.
Oh, that's interesting. When
Yeah.
did you realize that? When did you have that, you know, idea in your mind? When did you see start yourself, you know, switching from just a striking fighter or a striking background fighter to a complete MMA fighter?
So I've always had that mindset, but my training wasn't, I didn't have the training environment, I believe, to be able to grow as much as I needed to with this, with the wrestling and grappling. So when I made the move over here from Sweden to Las Vegas, I believe that I got put in more situations in training that helped me prepare better. So I became a more well-rounded fighter when I made a move over here.
So do you think that's the main difference between training in Sweden and Sweden, just to say a place, you know, but in Europe in general and the United States?
So for me, the thing with for me was I came from a small team in Sweden. I was a pancreas gym. We have a small group of guys that pushed each other. And I was also training a little bit with R-Star Gym, but that was not my original gym. So for me, it was more so having more people to train with over here. The knowledge in Sweden is the level is the same, and everything, but it's just over here I have more people to train with, and also it's easier for me to focus over here. I don't have any family. I'm like, I love my family, I love my friends, but over here I have eat, train, sleep, repeat. You know, so it's easier for me to just stay in that mindset. You know, so I don't want to talk like down Sweden and talk up America, but it was just for me. It made a difference for me to make that move.
I understand. And what drives you ahead of the upcoming season? What is your motivation for, you know, to compete this year? Would you like to be again the PFL champion? Is it, you know, to refill the bank account, which isn't bad either, you know?
Yeah.
Are both, or is both of these things?
So for me, I didn't start fighting because of like the money and the fame or whatever. For me, it was just to be able to push myself and see how far I could take it. And I believe that we still haven't seen the best of me. And I'm working every day to be able to make myself proud, because my goal has always been, if I make myself proud, the rest of the world are gonna be amazed. So for me, I'm just thinking, I'm not thinking about money. I'm just thinking, okay, I need to prepare the best that I can, and I'm gonna be better tomorrow than I was today. That's my goal, and everything else around it is gonna sort itself out.
Sadibou, thank you very much. It's a great pleasure speaking with you. You
Always,
always give
always.
me some thoughtful answers, so I really appreciate that. Best of luck
Thank
with
you.
your upcoming fight, and hopefully I will
Appreciate it.
hear again from you in the future.
Let's make that a deal. We talk soon.
Of course. Thank you. Have a nice one.
You take care now. Bye.
Bye-bye.